Let's go. What's popping?
How are we?
Hey,
Fantastic. Nay, how was your flight back?
the flight back wasn't so bad, apart from having to be delayed in Columbus for like 2.5 hours, and then you have that peak anxiety of having to get from one terminal to the other at LAX.
LA is
So
a huge airport as well.
yeah, and my luck, it was from one end of one terminal at the very end of Terminal B. So like, it was like 30 minutes of straight walking.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like
a
power
It.
walking like this.
Terminal B is fucked. It's a huge. I could not believe how big it was when we were walking through it.
What pub are we
They
at?
actually have,
What were we
what
at?
was
Were
that?
we?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where you flew out of. Getting in is easy, but like getting out when you have to go to like this certain Qantas area, we didn't. It was different in 2024, but last year it's massive. It's like this massive fucking
It
hallway.
depends on what flight you get. So like
Yeah,
if you get the big A380, it's closer to
yeah.
like the main area of the international terminal. But if you're on one of the Airbuses, they put you right at the end of like another I think it's called the West Wing or whatever it is. But it's like they actually have like little mini shuttle things that take you back and forth between the two um like wings.
Yeah.
It's just like it's actually chaos as well. So, but it was good. It was a good flight, easy. Had a space between me and somebody else in the row. So,
No, that's
Not
good.
bad at all.
You know what it always gets me is that we're in like 2026 and a lot of these airplanes are still so old. Like the screens are so ancient. You can't even connect like Bluetooth headphones to them.
yeah.
Even like I just can't wrap my head around why there's no Wi-Fi on airplanes. I'm like we're closer to the space, so should we not have better Wi-Fi? I don't
I,
know if that's wrong.
I was
Jake
on
had one on
a
his way back last year.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
like it's
I was
never
on
good.
a the new Airbuses, they have Wi-Fi. Like the one I was on had Wi-Fi and like Bluetooth headphone connectivity. So I think the new Airbuses are really good. But like for me, it's like the A380. I don't understand that because that's supposed to be the biggest, newest plane, and not even the armrest goes all the way up.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
if you
Ugh.
get a whole row to yourself, you've still got a bloody armrest digging in your back.
Yeah,
tragic.
yeah, that's
My,
right.
my plane had Wi-Fi.
You do get some, but for those longer hauls, like I don't know if I've had a Qantas flight with good Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm the
I had
same.
A Hawaiian Airlines one, which was crazy good when I went to Hawaii, and I was watching Netflix on their Wi-Fi on the airplane. It
Really?
spun me out.
Wow.
Yeah, it was wicked. But
Okay.
that's like a rarity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds right.
My flight back from LA to Singapore, no, from Singapore to Perth, fuck, I had so much leg room, like the best Wi-Fi. It was fucking great. I
Yeah,
don't,
What airline was
that might
that?
might have been Singapore Airlines,
probably.
but it was
Singapore.
fucking really good.
Man, I haven't been to Singapore airport since I was a kid, but I've just heard it's
Oh,
incredible.
bro.
Yeah,
I was there so early in the morning before all of that stuff opened. I really wanted to see like that butterfly fucking sanctuary thing, but that opens
Butterfly
up.
plane sanctuary,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
yeah,
sick.
I remember going
yeah.
through that when I was like 12, 13 years old. And I remember, yeah, the butterfly sanctuary. And then they have like their own fucking botanical gardens in there as well. It's fucked.
No way. I feel like everything in an airport should be open 24 hours. That should be the
Right.
standard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense to
Yeah.
me. They make so
And
much
I
more money
think
as well.
every single airport needs to have like one of those sleeping pod hotels in it because seriously, the amount of times I've had to fucking lie
Yeah,
on a couch or the
yeah,
floor.
for real.
I feel like an
Anyway,
airport is the only acceptable place where people can drink at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And you're like, ah, it's fun. You know?
on a different time zone, yeah.
Yeah. You're not an alcoholic. You're just some guy.
Hey, how was your weekend?
Yeah, it was really good. Pretty hectic. Like I was saying to a lot of people at work, they were asking about it. But if you're a person that doesn't mind being in crowds and like thrives off like chaotic energy, the Arnold Expo is for you. It's like it's so hectic. I can't even put into words. There was 25,000 more ticket sales than last year. And I thought last year was off its head, but this year was just insane. Like they closed the Young LA booth down on Saturday because it was like fucking packed. Um, but yeah, like the energy was good, like the vibes were high. There was like lots of like small drama. And I think everybody brought it in terms of the energy turning up. But yeah, shooting the show was awesome. Love rolling with Girl Code boys. They always look after me. So props to them because they're at their level. They don't have to look after anyone but themselves. But yeah,
Hey, you've got a 4-day
that was
expo to
fun.
go to next year, apparently.
Yeah, I know.
What's that? What's 4 days?
They've
Yeah, so
extended the Arnolds to be a
oh,
4-day expo from next year now.
Four
Really?
days.
Yeah, because it was so
yeah,
big
so
this year.
Wow.
yeah, they're doing like on Thursday, doing like a VIP / industry day, which I think will be interesting. See what they do with that, and obviously Friday, Saturday will be the main days, and then
Nay, do you think
Sunday's just like
the Arnold as an event, do you think it's better than the Olympia?
as an expo event,
Mm.
yes, I will say that confidently. I just think there's a couple little things that Olympia could do to improve the sort of like all-round weekends, and obviously drive more people towards the event. I think also it being the best of the best at Olympia versus an invitational, the Arnold's focus a bit more on like the broader fitness industry versus like bodybuilding as a whole.
Yeah.
And a lot of the Arnold Expo is made up of like powerlifting and strength stuff as well. So I think yeah, those two worlds combined bring out like heaps of like craziness and like energy and stuff. Like I was watching the animal cage lifting,
Oh,
and like literally there's people there like shaking the cage, like amping people up, and it goes all weekend. So like you can imagine how much like like crazy experiences like the athletes feel, but like also their fans like really enjoy it too. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
because
think
Arnold's got
Olympia.
like a combination of all these events. It's not just, whereas Olympia's just bodybuilding, so you get the bodybuilding fans, but now you're getting strongman, which are a totally different kettle of fish, and powerlifting.
Yeah.
Do they do the slap fighting this year, or is that done?
I think they left that one out this
They didn't do it
year.
again?
I didn't see it. They obviously did the arm lifting and the arm wrestling, and I was like, what the
Yeah.
hell is arm lifting? And I figured out it's just a deadlift competition, but like,
all right.
yeah. Yeah. But
Yeah.
no, it's definitely like if you like expos and you like health and fitness and like you like bodybuilding, Arnold's 100% like the best expo you could probably go to in
Even
around
from
Collingwood.
like a spectator standpoint, would you say, it's talking bodybuilding specific? Obviously, when we went to the Olympia specifically for the finals, like where I was sat, obviously a different story for you doing photos, but I was still mostly watching the screen. Were you finding for the spectators going to Arnold, no matter where you sat in the venue, you would be able to get a good look at the actual athletes, or is it still a fairly big venue where you don't get that same
It's
luxury?
yeah, like prejudging, like they do it different at Arnold's in terms of access. So like prejudging is again like it's for VIPs only, and you have to have a specific VIP pass to sit in the area. But you would have seen on social media like how many people were standing around the classic prejudging. Like they said that there was more people there physically watching than was watching online for the live stream for Olympia.
No
Um,
way.
so it was just nuts. Like it was so crazy. I didn't even look behind me, but like when I stood up to move, I saw like this sea of people. And I think in terms of the like night shows specifically, um, the Batal arena where they have the night shows is this just like long hall. So I think if you're not within the VIP seating area, like it's the same kind of experience for Olympia.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the kind of like tiers until like you kind of go further down the hall and then it's up one level. But I think you'll be blown away by the sheer amount of people that they'll fit into Orleans this year if you go to Olympia. Because I was saying to Josh that like it's just like this huge arena that is just packed full of bodybuilding fans. So like it's actually better because the energy is better, and like it's just huge. They have huge screens at Orleans. Like I don't know. It's hard to compare the two shows because they're so different.
Yeah.
And also like obviously with Arnold's, it's very much so capped at that sort of 10, 12 competitors. So
Apparently, the Orleans arena is a 9,500 capacity. So I don't know how many people were getting into the.
but I think they can fit. I think they can fit 12 in if they do the floor seating properly.
Yeah. Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you do Olympia when it was in Florida, no?
I did do that Olympia. Yeah.
So are you in the camp of like you prefer it being in Florida or do you prefer Olympia in Vegas?
Vegas always. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um
I feel like I could
I
understand why the athletes would prefer a place like Florida for sure. But I think as like an event and for spectators going, it's got to be Vegas, huh?
Sure.
Yeah, I think what people find, I don't know what the argument is in terms of a spectator point of view, but from my point of view as a spectator and obviously like as a photographer, um, the ease of like moving between the venues is much easier when you have a clear understanding of what the venue is going to be like, was for one, because the convention center, like you can't really fuck up the lighting if that makes sense, but whereas like when they move it on the road and you're going somewhere new and you're like, oh, what's going to happen, like there's a bit of variable put into the sort of mix. But also I do feel like Orlando was really hard to get around, and that was my personal experience of it. But I also didn't think that the night show was that great because it was all one level. I much prefer having like an experience where like there's tiered seating. My favorite venue out of all the Olympias I've been to has actually been Planet Hollywood, which everybody
Oh,
hated.
really?
But
Why's that?
I felt that theatre was just so epic in terms of like how it was set up, the tiered seating, the tiered access, like the different sort of like angle points that they had, the size of the stage, etc. But yeah, like I don't know why people
Would they
didn't
be
like
able
it.
to? Well, I mean, there could be a lot of different reasons why they might not be able to get that venue, but do you think, like, with how much the sports are growing, they may have outgrew Planet Hollywood? Like, was the venue as big as a Resorts World or as big as Orleans? It's the
Well,
same
Planet
size?
Hollywood, Planet Hollywood Theatre is bigger than Resorts World.
Oh,
No
wow.
way.
Mm. The theater itself, yeah, but the the expo was still at the convention center, right? So like it's still the same theory of like having the expo at the convention center and then from the theater for the night show. So I think from a perspective of the Olympia, maybe they're thinking, well, let's give all these people that come to the expo the opportunity to come and watch the night show.
Yeah.
Because you can only fit so many people into that theater, right? So I think it's like what 2,500 or something like that at Resorts World.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How much? 2,500.
I think so. Let me Google it because like that's the other thing is like I think the Orleans is just like the Orleans Theater arena is just crazy.
Yeah, wow. I'm interested because I remember we talked about last or a few weeks ago, but that was obviously that last one there was when Sean won the Olympia. Hey.
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, my bad. The Resorts Theater is 5,000 capacity.
Yeah, okay.
My bad. That's half what I've said.
Yeah. Yeah, wow.
But yeah, it's just different setup, I guess.
All
How
right.
many Olympias have you been to, Nay? Sorry, I got one more question. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I went to 2019 and I missed
Is that
out
your
this year.
first?
Yeah, that was my first shooting it. So I went to two previous to that as just like a spectator / exhibitor.
Yeah.
And then so that was it was play 3 and then missed out in 2020, 2021, and then went back in 2022. So
And you've been to every
3
single
years.
one since.
It's my favorite thing to do.
I don't know. I would do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's definitely like high up on the like event of the year type thing.
Yeah, especially it's not just the event itself, it's everything around it, you know? It's like the moments around it being at the gym, in that environment, going out for dinners, going out for coffee, whatever. It's just the atmosphere. It's not even necessarily the
Yeah.
event
We
itself.
talked about that the other day, didn't we, Tyler? We were saying it's not necessarily because you think we talked about whether we'd go to, like the finals again, like Friday or Saturday, and I said I wasn't too sure yet, but like it's not the thing that I look forward to the most. Like I look forward, like
Mm.
I think the Expo is a much better. Like if you can get a good seat at the Expo, I think that's a much better experience watching that than it is going to see finals at like
Yeah.
a worse seat personally. Like, and I think you probably found the same, Jake and Tyler as well.
Yeah.
Like you get to be really fucking close. And even then, just like the meet and greet is so fun, like training with everyone and just going out for dinners at different places and just being there is like such a good vibe. Yeah, like the finals is like the one thing that I don't really think of the most, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
totally
totally
agree.
agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like my fondest memories are just cruising around in the Jeep and stuff like
That was so
that, or
fun.
just
Fucking
seeing
great.
athletes at the gym and thinking like, oh my God, that's
Yeah.
Rafael Brandao training, 5 meters away from me. Things like that look back way fondly than seeing Samson win it, which was cool, or seeing Chris retire, which was cool. But
That was
I don't
cool.
find myself, I don't, but I don't find myself reflecting on that as much as I
Yeah.
do like us going to Cheesecake Factory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll all be there this year. Literally fucking every single one of us. So I'm so excited.
Yeah,
So
it should be
yeah,
good.
it'll be very, very fun. All right, let's reflect on what were you gonna say, Jake?
So Tom better fucking qualify.
Yeah,
I
fuck me.
know.
Let's reflect
No
on
pressure.
the results of the weekend. Andrew won, took home the I was going to say Sandow, but not the Sandow, the Arnold Classic title over the weekend. What do we think?
I
Who wants to go
reckon
first?
it's fair.
Good call.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I looked at I can't remember if it was on Tyler Mannion's thing or Beyond the Stage, where they had a shot by shot comparison and how it was scored,
Yeah.
and it was pretty.
All that
It was
earlier.
pretty even all the way up until Nick was hitting his most muscular and kind of exposing his waist because Andrew won the most muscular.
I have
Which
a bit of a gripe about that actually, but Karen,
I,
finish
I
with
I would agree, but when you see Nick hit the alternative most muscular,
yeah.
it's not that flattering at all
Which
on
one
him.
are we talking about? Like the crab?
No, the hand on
No,
hip.
the hand on
Oh,
hip.
hand on hip. Did he hit that? Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Why would you do that?
Yeah, he doesn't
yeah, and
normally do that, does he?
nah,
Well,
and
that's
I
what
think that's what cost him, to be completely fair.
well, that confused me as well because obviously he won the most muscular award, which I guess it makes sense now. Obviously, speaking about it, I guess he won it for the hands clasp kind of thing. Like if he just held that, he probably would have won that shot, right?
Yeah,
But is
like
the
you can
most
see it.
muscular award who wins that pose, or who is just most densely packed muscle individual?
It's just who
Yeah,
wins.
Well, it's a bit of both, really.
To me,
Yeah.
it should be if like I don't know. I think if Nick won that award, he should be winning that pose, right?
Andrew also won the side try, and I could argue that Nick could have won that.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, Josh, I think you hit the nail on the head. If Nick's winning the most muscular
Yeah.
award, then he probably wins the most muscular pose, right?
That's what made sense to me. Like I agreed with almost everything Tyler said, but that was the one thing that did confuse me, if I must be honest.
Well, I just think the poses that Andrew won were quite convincing versus
Yeah.
the poses that Nick won that were a little closer. I think it was the right call.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
happened? Is it just
Yeah.
me, or like did Hardy's hamstrings like just disappear over the
Yeah.
last few years?
Big time.
They did.
Yeah.
I think just to go back to the most muscular award thing, people forget that those awards are not given by the judges. Those
Yeah.
awards are given by Arnold himself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
while the judges might have given Andrew the most muscular judging award, Arnold might have been like, "Oh, I like that guy. He looks like a freak. Let's give it to him."
Yeah, that
Like,
makes
so
sense.
it's
I
not
didn't think of it like that.
necessarily.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Good point. Good point.
yeah.
Yeah, Tom, 100%. Aside from conditioning as well, they've definitely come down a little bit. And it doesn't help that he's standing next to one of the best fucking hamstrings and glutes in a back double ever to ever step on stage.
I don't even think Hardy's like posing. He doesn't even look comfortable in the pose as well.
No.
Like he just something was very off. The whole like he just wasn't presenting himself as well as he normally does.
Yeah.
Nick's back double is just on a different level.
Crazy.
Who, Nick's?
Yeah.
Was
So good.
I think
So-
it's the best in the FBB.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Top to bottom. Top to bottom, I think so. You don't disagree? You don't agree?
just yeah, I don't know, like just sort of like maybe not really.
It's pretty gnarly.
It's pretty
Yeah,
gnarly.
I don't know.
I mean,
Like Andrew has a
it's
great
good,
back
but-
these days, but like his hamstring and glutes don't match how good his back is, I don't think. I think from top to bottom, Nick has the best back double.
Well, I think the only one that's close is Derek.
It's Derek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even then, I'd still probably
Agree.
It's a bit of a coin toss, that one for me, but yeah.
I think
To me,
the other problem I have with Nick's body though, like this is why I'm not a Nick hater, but I just like obviously like there's a few factors that lay into that level of like description. But when Nick poses and he poses well, you don't notice the discrepancy between his like leg length and his torso length. But
Yeah.
when it's just Nick on stage posing, I find his body is not reflective of the way that he does his compulsory poses.
hmm
So it's hard for me in my sense of like taking photos of him. I like taking photos of Nick when he's doing his compulsories versus doing his posing routine.
Yeah.
So yeah, like my favorite pose from Nick is his back double by and his back lat spread, because I think he looks
Yeah.
awesome when he's like, because he's like full extension out and he
Yeah.
looks like compact.
Yeah, he really
So-
fucking cranks that back double, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I was Jake, was it you that just said about his side tricep? I loved his side tricep, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah. I
Is
agree.
that Nick's? I think Nick's winning this pose,
Yeah,
to be
I
honest.
would agree. I think it was fucking phenomenal.
And it's the only pose where Andrew's waist doesn't look tremendous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not really controlling it well, is he?
In
He just doesn't
Tyler
look comfortable.
In Tyler Mannion's video, he said that Nick wasn't controlling it that well.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch the live stream, but I've only seen clips like this. But
It was
I
it was
just think
hard.
with Nick, it's in between pose, like now, it's in between
Yeah.
poses where he lets it go. Once he's in the shot, it's good, but it's when he's transitioning.
It's also when you'll notice when he kind of like, especially when they're doing that kind of like this Steve calls, all right, last most muscular of the night or whatever, he'll walk around and he'll walk on stage and
Yeah.
his belly's he's fully relaxed before he gets into the shot. And especially if he stands to the side, it just doesn't do him any favors, I don't
I
think.
think Hardy's most muscular was the best.
it's just his
Reckon-
legs now, man. They just don't look conditioned or anything
Hardy?
compared to the
No,
other
but-
guys.
I'm talking the most muscular though. Like just from the front when he stands, I reckon.
Yeah, his upper body's so round.
It's Hardy was off, but his upper body was still just ripped to shreds. Like his chest and his abs were still so crisp.
Yeah.
He's definitely getting worse though.
He is. Yeah, he's definitely
But-
in his prime.
Is it just a poor showing? Is it because of all these other extenuating circumstances with we're not sure who's coaching him, with, the drama with the Iranian government and the Iranian people? It's like, could be multifactorial. I wouldn't
For
count him
sure.
out for the Olympia for sure.
He is also getting older, though.
Yeah, he is.
Is he? Is he 40?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
got to be
yeah.
close to 40, yeah.
I swear he's like late 30s.
Nah.
He just looks really old.
This motherfucker got to be old for sure.
Yeah.
Like I'd say Samson and Andrew could be older than Hardy. Like, hey,
Samson and Andrew, I think, definitely are older, but I know Hardy is not too far off.
38.
38. Bro, this motherfucker looks 50.
Nah, he's not that old.
I just think those legs from the back are really starting to take a knock now, and it's I think it was quite evident this weekend.
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean,
No, I agree.
it's easy to say I don't know how he's gonna bring them back, but I mean, Brandon's done a fucking good job of bringing them back, so
Good point.
it's interesting.
I don't know if Hardy will train like Brandon, though.
No, yeah, I know.
So,
Brandon's
I don't think you could pay him to train like Brandon.
Yeah, I know.
so do we think, were you guys a bit upset if Nick had a one?
No
Or
way.
were you
I had
behind?
Nick winning.
So did I. Like I see Andrew winning for sure. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not like upset about it, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been upset if they gave it to Nick, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm
I
happy
agree. Could have
either
gone
way.
either way.
I
I would have been
honestly,
more upset if they gave it to Hardy, to be
Same.
Yeah.
fair.
Well, after prejudging, I had Hardy second and Andrew in third. I think I said that to you guys, but I obviously had Nick winning. So I, but I don't know. I was very shocked still. Like I kind of had Andrew second maybe in finals, but I was still kind of shocked when they called him for third. I definitely didn't expect
I,
it.
I think it's because of the way that they were moving them around the stage.
Yeah.
It confused me as well. I thought they had Nick or Hardy in 1 and 2 and
Yeah.
Andrew in third, which was kind of making me overlook Andrew a bit because I
Yeah.
thought they had Nick and Hardy as 1 and 2. I didn't realize they'd maybe in their eyes, Andrew was just clearly ahead. But then in finals, it wasn't like completely unanimous. He lost 1 point, I think.
Yeah, Nick and Andrew are a little bit closer. I think in prejudging, one judge had Nick over Andrew, and then in finals, like two judges had Nick over Andrew.
Oh, okay.
That's what it looked like on the scorecard. They were definitely a little bit closer, which is interesting because I thought, I mean, Nate, you can obviously speak to this a little bit better, but I had Nick probably being a little bit better at prejudging.
I did too.
Yeah.
To be honest, like when I was sitting, I had pretty good seats. When I was sitting back further, I could see the definite disparity of Nick and the rest of them. I thought Nick brought like probably his best conditioning to date to the Friday night show.
Yeah.
And I was like very surprised to see the score sheet come out and be like, okay, like,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of people were, but I think the other thing that people forget is that bodybuilding is subjective, and we always go through this process of like, okay, yeah, he might have been the most conditioned on stage,
Yeah.
but does that necessarily mean he wins?
No, yeah, of
Because
course not.
bodybuilding has so many like parts to it, right? So, but yeah, like his conditioning was like next level. Like it was very standout on Friday. So I don't really know what happened.
Do you think that was the best Andrew we've seen, or was it pretty similar to his Olympia package?
I think it was pretty similar. I think he was definitely noticeably bigger. I thought, in my opinion, his legs definitely looked bigger. And being up that close, his conditioning was probably, I'd say, close to the Olympia stuff. I didn't think on Friday it was, but Saturday definitely was. He was peeled.
Yeah, okay.
And I just think it's like unfortunate for like the live stream. This is what I think is about live stream doesn't really show detail as much as it could, especially for people of different color. And I think that sucks because like the level of graininess and like vascularity he had on Saturday night was very evident.
I think it hurts Brandon more than it hurts Sandra, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah. Well, and Akeem is bad as well with it. Like, it does not translate as well.
And I also think it's the amount of oil as well. I think doesn't do him it kind of does him a little bit dirty.
But I mean, Brandon's won an Olympia.
No, no. I'm also saying on translation to the live stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like we've sat there and watched the live streams together, Tom. You could like it can be really like I guess it would just be so different in person, you know.
Yeah.
Terrence is somebody who cops it pretty bad with that.
Who?
Terrence.
Yeah.
Terrence gets peeled as well. He gets real peeled.
Yeah.
What do we?
Yeah, I don't know. I think in terms of production level, I think unless you really understand bodybuilding and if you're not doing bodybuilding shows on the regular, you don't know how to expose for that sort of stage.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go over obviously so obviously we've kind of been through the top three. In fourth we had Andrew. Fourth, sorry, yeah. What do we think? I mean, obviously, aside from obviously everything else, we don't really need to speak on that. But what do we think to the look and the placing itself?
For Martin?
For Martin?
Martin, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Well, I think the placing was deserved. I actually wouldn't have been upset.
Can you guys see this video? You guys see it?
Yeah. I wouldn't have been upset if Brandon actually beat Martin here, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
But I don't think Martin's...
just compared them.
Yeah, I don't think like Martin was out of shape. I think he just missed his peak, to be honest. Like I don't think he's got body fat to lose. Just the sweating. I think they might have just overcarbed or something along those lines.
100%. It was pretty, yeah, it was pretty evident on Friday night that that was the case. But I honestly like not mad about it, and I don't think that I know Martin obviously came to win, but like everybody that does a bodybuilding show that's at that level comes to win, right? So like sometimes things go wrong, and I think he should be really proud of himself that he placed fourth. Like I think it's like he looked phenomenal. Just everybody else looked phenomenal too. So like you got to rank them in order of phenomenal.
You know,
Yes.
Tyler said that he feels like Martin lost some size in the quads. I'm not sure if I agree with that totally, but I definitely think he looks smaller from the back. And I'm not sure if that's because he kind of missed the peak a little bit. I'd be very surprised if he lost any muscle, but it definitely did look like a different Martin from the back.
He looks
Yeah.
like he wasn't
Do you
opening
think
up
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah.
yeah, well, I noticed his posing wasn't his normal standard of posing.
Yeah.
I think he put on a lot of size through the shoulders. And I think that's probably maybe it is like a little bit of an imbalance. I'm not sure, but like he looked crazy to me. I think he was pretty like, I I didn't think he placed incorrectly,
Yeah.
but
It-
everybody else
it-
looked great too.
It's one of those things. He wasn't like a million miles away. He was just 2% off, which is enough to,
Yeah,
push you back. And like I said,
like
they should have,
especially in a shot like this. Yeah,
yeah, they should have compared him to Brandon, but I
Yeah.
mean, yeah,
that was disappointing that they only did a 4-man call out. So yeah,
Surprised I thought there'd be more videos here. Yeah, and then obviously we had fifth was Brandon, which I'm trying to find a video. I don't know if I'm blind and I've just completely missed it.
I think he's there. Oh, that photos.
The footage. We can look at the photos, that's fine.
Even the photos, top left, yeah.
Brandon looked pretty fucking good.
Man, credit to Brandon, hey, like still hanging on. You
Yeah.
just love to see it. It's so good. Who's coaching him?
I don't know actually.
Because he obviously doesn't go over to Kuwait anymore.
No, man, it was a good look. It was a very, very good look. He's still hanging on.
yeah.
Props to him, just does it for the love of the game. Fifth we had Rafa was fifth, I believe. Or sixth, sorry, sixth. What do we think?
Wasn't he? Sorry, no, you're right. He was sixth. He was a
He
little
definitely could have been leaner.
I just don't think he's made that much improvement since he's been on stage, like just size-wise as well. He just doesn't look that much bigger to me.
Yeah, I saw like I'll try and find it while you guys are speaking. I saw like a comparison from the Arnolds where he got third to Samson and Hardy. It was just
That was his
very
best look though,
yeah,
for sure. He looked
it's
awesome.
phenomenal. But he just looked completely different to that now. Um like it just
Am I
looked-
mistaken saying he's had time off because he's been injured? Has he had issues
Yeah.
going on?
yeah, like a
It's not
gap.
just been taken. Yeah, it wasn't time off to grow. He was having like some sort of health issues or injuries, so that could
Yeah.
be potentially why. But like he obviously was soft, but he just doesn't look like even that much bigger.
Yeah.
And that's obviously where he lacks is just size.
Yeah, I mean we all know Rafa is fucking one of the craziest shapes and has all the potential in the world. But yeah, I don't know. It definitely didn't look like he was as improved I think everyone kind of hoped he would be.
Yeah.
I think if Foda had just been 100%, he would have beat him.
Yeah, photo was really fucking impressive as well.
Majorly
He's one to
improved.
watch. He's one to
Like-
watch. See, he's improving, yeah.
I thought he would be too structurally small, but he really didn't look it. I think he held his own quite nicely.
His back was so
I
much
I
better.
thought so too. It was great to watch him like just have a blast. I think it'll be interesting to see how he does in Detroit this weekend,
Yeah. Yeah, like I
considering.
said, I don't know. I think he's probably good. He's got to be the front runner for that, really. I mean, Blessing is doing it. Isn't Leandro doing that as well? We can do predictions.
Yeah.
Be an interesting show. Yeah, his back definitely came up.
I was going to say, should we have a look at predictions?
Yes, that was the next thing to do. All right.
Fail.
All right. I
Oh
think
God.
Geordie is already in a pretty decent spot here. So he's 0 there. Oh, that's a lot of zeros. If you like, that's me. There we go. Okay, 0.
I'm definitely failing with that Nick ratings.
Oh,
Where
six
did you
day.
put him?
Jeez.
Just me being
Number
a
one Nick
hater.
Whoa.
hater.
Sorry, Nick. It was
Man,
just I was going
Jordy
off the
fucking
Olympia.
nailed this.
Oh, he shouldn't win because he's not on
Damn.
the
I
podcast.
know.
DQ.
Fuck me.
Add 5 points to for him not being
Yeah.
to be an automatic addition.
What are we two off there?
In saying that, I'd made my picks a very long time ago, so I should get some sort of handicap now.
BA.
Uh,
Through the 0, 1, 1.
Was Brandon sixth?
He was.
Brandon was he
Fifth.
sixth? He's
Yes.
fifth.
Fifth. So one, and Geordie should be getting one for Brandon as well,
Sorry, yeah.
and one for Rafa.
And 1 for Alpha. Sorry, yeah. 0. Oh. 0, 1.
Just give me 100 points by then.
Behave. Oh, fuck. Anthony did me dirty there. 1.
Yeah, you were doing all right until Anthony.
I know. Fuck. Oh, that's not too bad, actually.
Hassan, man, how fucking overweight was Hassan? He was bad.
No,
I haven't
it's
actually
not
seen
good,
any
man.
pictures of Hassan. I haven't
Oh.
seen. Is it that bad? I'm gonna look it up. God.
I honestly haven't seen too much press about him. I can understand why.
He just looks like a true 6 week out condition.
I don't get it. Hey, like I really don't understand it. 0. Fucking hell, me.
They had Rafa in second, or was she smoking?
Rafa.
1 off the 1 off.
Insane.
Was Brennan 5th? Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Far
Yeah.
off.
I just throwing out shit out there, like see if it
yeah.
sticks.
Sure. Well, May's definitely last.
To be fair, you didn't do that much worse than me and Tom.
Yeah. It was just the one. It was just those 2 picks. If you just swapped Nick and Rafa, you'd be laughing. You'd be winning this easily.
I know.
Oh, Tyler with the L.
Yeah.
Big L.
Geordie with the dub then. Fucking hell. Arnold's 5 points. Oh, Geordie in the lead.
Damn. Should have
That
taken it more seriously.
I know. That hurts. I'm not looking forward to hearing about that one.
Wait, what were those scores from? Those scores previously?
One of them was Prague. Tom, what was the other one from? Because we did it after the Olympia. Romania, Prague, maybe?
It was a big man as well.
A big man. It was one. Yeah, it was something.
Some European one, or like a Polish show as well. I think I can't remember.
Yeah, can't
So
remember.
really, you have to be on the podcast every single week to get a chance to win. Because if you don't,
We're at a disadvantage now. We're at a disadvantage here.
All right.
Hang on.
No. Hey,
Oh.
what did we do? Classic? We did classic too. Hey.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind looking at the classic guys as well.
Classic was so just not that exciting with only 8 people.
That's what I was going to say to you guys is how did you think it looked on TV? Because to me, I just was like, well, everybody knows it's going to win now, but I
Yeah.
thought I was thinking it was to give a little bit of insight. I was thinking it could have been Meningati, but
Nah, I think Wesley was actually really fucking good, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's improved a ton.
His legs did come up a fuck ton.
Yeah, we
It's
could
actually
go-
a wonder he makes weight. He must
Yeah.
be. It is a wonder.
He said he was 6 pounds under his cap.
What? What? No
Yeah.
way.
Honestly, I watched the RX interview. He says 6 pounds under his cap.
Because he's 6'3", 6'4"?
The tall guys have got it made in classic.
For real.
I was disappointed for Paul Kanu. I really did think that he was a
Shafted.
lot better than people.
Yeah.
Shafted is the correct word.
Let me find Gilco.
The influencer with the influence.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. I didn't really like that, to be honest with you.
Ridiculous.
There's no way. On what planet did Sam beat Kanu?
Yeah, it was
He this is the
Now
thing.
you,
Everybody
now
says,
you
"Oh,
don't
you're
have to sit there and try and justify the judges' decisions.
No, I'm not. I just I think in my personal opinion is in what world can you judge a body when a body doesn't know how to pose? That was my opinion of it.
Yeah.
It's like he came out on stage and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, you can't even nail your compulsories, and everybody's gonna be like, oh, don't be a hater, Sam suck this, blah 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 blah. It's like compulsories are what you are judged on.
You're a professional athlete.
Yeah, the least you could do is learn how to do them properly. You're
Yeah.
a pro now.
I
Like,
thought you were
I
going
don't
to
care it's
defend
your
this
first pro
issue.
show. No, it's like
It's
Like, I understand the desire to self-coach, but there's
So,
no
like-
shame in just getting a posing coach. You know, you're doing
Or you
yourself
get-
such a disservice.
Bro is the poster
especially
boy
when the
for
best
relaxation.
poser and classic reaches
For real.
out to you and
Low
offers you free
cortisol
posing.
24/7.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's definitely improved. He looked better than when he turned pro, I would say. But
He's a good
the
boy.
Like,
presentation
not
is
tensing his glutes there is ridiculously insane.
Also, like the back's
not bad.
not open up.
Hamstrings, like nothing. Yeah, jeez.
He's got some decent shots. I'll give it to him.
Of course, no, he does.
Yeah.
He's a great bodybuilder as it is, but
Yeah.
his posing is up.
Well, the routine is not even the problem. It's the mandatories that were fucked.
Well, the routine was barely a routine. That was
mandatories
it.
were atrocious.
the quarter turn was just diabolical.
Yeah, that is diabolical.
I think I was talking to Tom and Jake about this, but my pet hate is when people are looking when they're in their quarter turn, like they don't look straight, they look to the judge,
Yeah.
they look up to the crowd. I hate
It
that.
looks
It
so
throws off
goofy.
the entire it looks so goofy. Same thing goes in the opposite when people hit a side chest, but they don't look the way they're hitting, they look straight on. That
Yeah.
annoys me too in reverse. But little things like that. Obviously, the poses as a whole was, utter dog shit. But the head turn just really was the cherry on top for me. I was like, nah, you can't do that. On a professional stage, on the Arnold stage, is just nah.
Yeah,
Like even his hair, like could he have not had a
Oh,
haircut?
the hair.
I totally
did-
agree.
the hair
I totally
I'm
agree.
sorry.
He's
The
got
thing-
like
the
classic
thing that made
monster
me
hat
laugh-
hair, eh?
For real, Carl
Like-
2.0.
The thing that made me laugh the most was the dirty mo. Like, seriously, come on.
His
bro.
hair
No, I
looked
didn't
oily as
mind the goatee,
fuck, man. It looked like he hasn't washed that hair in weeks.
We're all hating on him because he's got more hair than us. That's why.
Yeah, but honestly, bro, still get a haircut. Do
I
something.
know. If I had hair like that, I'd have great haircut all the time.
Oh, for real.
Like, do it. Like, I feel he could just push that shit back and it would look so good.
Yeah, he looked.
Capture the video, we roast Sam SULEK.
All right. All right, Wesley. We were all pretty impressed. Even I was impressed, and I don't like his physique.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quads have come up
Yeah.
heaps,
Really
you know.
good.
Yeah,
They've come up heaps.
just
If he-
kept so much
like-
more fullness.
Like, I messaged you guys and I was like, he looks pretty good, guys. Like, that was, what day was that? That was the Wednesday. So, like, yeah, he looked fucking awesome, like, 3 days before the show. So,
I think
Oh,
I think
he's
he's put
zero
himself.
carbs.
I think he's put himself in the conversation for the Olympia.
I don't.
Oh,
He's
that's-
in that top 4 conversation because he smoked Menegate. Like it wasn't even close.
I don't think he's in top 4 conversation purely because of this entire thing back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
I agree.
This is
Definitely.
not a top 4 Olympian physique. This,
nah.
Just the back
And,
double.
yeah.
and
I agree.
unfortunately, in the Arnold's, that's the downside of the Arnold's being an invitational, is because you only judge those people that turn up.
Yeah.
And I think in terms of the Olympia stage is based off like literally the top people in the world. So
Well, yeah, I'm coming from the standpoint of Menegate being, was he 7th or 8th?
7th. But we
last
need to-
year.
No, it wasn't even close.
But does the conversation change? Because we talked about this before. Does the conversation change when you put a different group of people in with those two as well? Because Menegate, if you like at the Olympia, he smoked Wesley that year, you know? And I don't even think it was
I personally feel like this is where the age old thing of like when people go, oh, bikini, they change it every year, blah blah blah, what they're looking for, etc. etc. At the end of the day, judges can only judge on what turns up and what the majority of the conditioning is like. So if you come to the show and you're in the top level look of the physiques, you're going to be judged differently to like the rest of the physiques. Because if he say for instance your lineups come out and he's like a B in the lineup,
yeah.
he gets a B, and then Wesley might get a C in his lineup, like that's where you go, okay, well, how are they judging But I also think like Menegade, I know for a fact that he was literally like he just needs depth in his chest and he'll be on the money, I think.
I also think he was very flat at this show. Like he was peeled out his fucking mind.
Yeah,
man.
he just looked. Maybe it's just a not a good comparison for him, but he kind of just looked, really kind of small.
Yeah, he's not a big pro, is he? Like, and it's hard because Menegate is tall as fuck. He's like 6'1", 6'2". Like, but Wesley is another level of tall as well. So it's such a weird like it doesn't do him any favors at all. Like, because he just looks short next to Wesley, and he's not short by any means.
He's
But
still
yeah, I see.
he's still far off his weight cap, surely.
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's quite a bit off.
His structure's phenomenal. I love his physique. He just got absolutely dominated by Wesley.
Yeah,
From
I
a
agree.
standpoint.
Yeah, his chest, he just that top shelf thickness really kind of let him down.
Yeah. I just read when he came out though, he did look phenomenal. Like that side try is fucking sick with the quad
I think
out
his
like
back
that.
I think his back double's fucking crazy as well.
That is nice.
Yeah, I think
his back definitely beats Wesley.
Yeah.
I love
But,
how
I mean, that's
he
hard.
does his back double as well. Like he holds it really well.
Yeah. He sits in he hits it like Nick where he just fucking cranks it and just sits in it so nicely.
Yeah.
You
The
see
quads are crazy, eh? It's so sweepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For someone who's so wide, I feel like he doesn't look that wide up top when his arms go over the top of his head. His lats don't look overly big here to me.
Yeah, I think he needs to work on that pose.
Yeah, I don't know. He's fucking phenomenal. I'm such a fanboy of him. We all know that. But yeah, he definitely needs a lot more fullness in that upper body.
He's got like a higher ceiling than Wesley, in my opinion.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just like Wesley's at his peak. I don't know how much more Wesley can really improve.
I mean, if he's got 6 pounds,
But even then, like you just look at like the insertions of the back and how the quads sweep from the back
it's
double.
just that
6
massive
pounds isn't
gap,
gonna
right?
fix that shot.
Yeah, it's like that back double is such a gap between where his quad sweep and where his lat sweep. It's
Yeah,
just
his quads
so
don't bubble
much.
out. They're kind of straight.
It's nothing there. It's huge lats and a tiny sweep from the back.
I just think like even if his front, you could make a conversation with him to be like a top 4 guy at the Olympia. I just think that back is so much of a gap where he just can't be there. Like not maybe 5 years ago, but not with the depth.
Yeah.
He's crazy good from the side too. I actually love Wesley's side.
Sides come up a lot.
Super thick, super full.
And the side leg looked a whole lot better this time.
Yeah. And obviously third place we had
Molly, my fave.
I thought this guy was going to be so much bigger, but he's obviously quite short stature.
Yeah,
but I love his
Look,
physique. He is like, he's probably my favorite physique up there personally.
Yeah, I
Me
love
too.
it.
He's just a bit small.
I was just so happy for him that he got like such a great showing and an opportunity to showcase his posing and his body and stuff, because at the Olympia he did a disservice to himself by doing that show beforehand. I said to you guys, like I said to you, Josh, like he got into Olympia week on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like how you supposed to peak properly for that show? Like
for the biggest show ever,
you just
yeah.
can't.
Like,
Was it, correct me if I'm wrong, was it Mamoli that like missed
Yeah,
a call out or something like that?
Yeah.
he was like third call. He was
He
like
did.
third call out, and he didn't hear it.
Yeah, which is such a shame.
Massive shame.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here's an actual video. Apparently,
He's,
I read one of his. I translated like because you have the translation thing on obviously Instagram, and apparently Franco Colombo's family praised him a lot backstage. Apparently, because he's saying he's the next the Italian man that's flying Franco's flag kind of thing, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
Can
wicked
I
fucking thing to have.
Yeah, can I just say also, like,
Look at that.
just the way
it's
that he
fucked, eh?
poses, it's just fucking crazy, man.
Would you say no? Sorry.
I said the way that he poses is just like he knows how to pose his body. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
crazy.
beautiful.
Like it's just But again, I just do think like sometimes these guys they need to stop with the posting their updates from a really aesthetic gym and like with the downlighting and stuff, because it does give you that false impression of the fact that they're like fucking massive. when they're not.
I think as well because he always poses by himself, and you know, obviously being by yourself, you don't get an idea of how tall he is next to these other bigger guys like a Wesley or a Menegate as well.
Yeah.
Dude's like kind of got this baby face, just handsomeness to him as well. To be fair,
Baby face.
Yeah.
Just
kind of
structurally,
cute. Like, hey,
just
no
structurally,
homo.
he's not that big. I remember seeing him at Golds.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
wasn't that big at all. Like, he just looked like a normal dude in a jumper, but obviously take that jumper off, he's fucking jacked.
Yeah.
Like, just structurally, not that massive.
Fourth, we had Kim. What do we think?
I
Let
mean,
down by structure kind of thing.
yeah, he just got beaten out because Andrea's got a nicer structure because he was big and peeled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just quietly, Kim's quads are very fucking good.
Very
Oh,
good.
his quads are. I love his quads. I think
They're like round, but also dense as fuck.
Yeah.
His delts are unbelievably round.
Yeah.
I think
Hey.
so. When you don't have the prettiest classical structure, when you have super round quads and fucking huge shoulders, you
Yeah.
can kind of get away with it.
I was going to say, like, he's done such a good job of, he's really got the most out of, like, what he can do, you know? Like, he's put muscle in just the right areas. Like, he's done a really fucking good job.
It was
Great.
it was
Well,
close
he looked
between him and
awesome.
Andrea too. It was
Yeah, well, 100% was.
it was
It
just
was
like
very close.
which physique do you prefer?
Was it close on the scorecards? Did anyone see?
Yeah.
Oh, it was?
It was
Yeah,
close.
okay.
Yeah.
He's posing his
Hey guys,
as well.
I've got to go, but thanks for having me on again. I'll leave you to it, but
You're
yeah,
absolutely fine.
I think this was my favorite Arnold's I've been to so far or watched in the last 5 years. So
Sick. That's good.
We're gonna go one
if
year.
you can go,
We need to
you
go.
can go to
Boys
one, you
trip.
go to one.
All right. Bye now.
All right,
Good
take
See you,
care.
Nick.
Bye.
Alrighty. So yeah, Kim in obviously fourth there. Fucking crazy
Is
physique.
where's Kim come from? I can't say I've really seen him
Spain.
before this season.
Spanish.
Like previous competition history. Like
He
I
used to
really,
be a
He
men's
won like 3
physique
shows
guy.
last year.
He
yeah,
used
that's
to
what
be
I
a
heard. He
men's
used to be men's physique. That's why. Okay.
He
Fuck,
was
how you do a
big.
men's physique with quads like that, bro?
He didn't have him back then. He was
Really?
when Jeremy Buendia was really popping. Kim Angel was doing
Really?
pretty. Yeah, like that's where I started seeing him in the men's physique circuit when
He's been around
Jeremy
that
Buendia
long.
was doing good. Yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay.
It might have been like 2016, 2017, maybe.
Wow. Okay. I didn't realize he'd been there around for so
And he
long.
looked wild then. And I just remember seeing his delts, and his delts were fucking
He was, I want
ridiculous.
to say, top 13 maybe at the Olympia, 12.
This last year.
Yeah, so he actually beat Andrea at the Olympia, but obviously flip-flopped a bit here. But Andrea wasn't anywhere near his best at the Olympia.
Well, see, that's another conversation that we can have. Do we think that, let's say Andrea is in the same call out as Kim at the Olympia, let's say they're in second, third call out, whatever it is, maybe an extended second call out. Do we think Kim would beat him at the Olympia just based on how big those top 10, 15 guys are going to be?
Yeah, I could see a world where that happens, where Andrea gets a little lost because he's got like young muscle and the maturity is not to the same level as someone like Kim and most of those guys in the top 10.
Yeah.
But like if you're just looking at those two next to each other, it's like apples and oranges, and you can kind of just pick pick whichever one you prefer.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Just moving away from the Arnolds for a second, I have a top 5 prediction for the Olympia this year. Just one.
For the Olympia.
Yeah. I reckon. This is fucking crazy.
You're like Justin Batterina's biggest fanboy.
I am.
Yeah.
Even Menegate. I
Him and
honestly,
Menegate.
this is 5 to 6 this year. I'm telling
And
you.
I'll tell you what, because they're literally just like Chris 2.0s, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it with
That's
Justin.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
That's fucked. But obviously it's like off the mirror, but still it's fucked.
It is fucked.
He really is so fucking wide.
Yeah, phenomenal. Yeah, I don't know.
I would like to see. It's all right, never mind.
Go on.
I was going to say I'd like to see him hit his back double with his legs like a little bit more offset. I feel like he puts his legs like this.
He does pose very straight on,
Yeah.
which is weird. I don't know. He's got great shape, but I suppose, I don't know. I feel like he could get even more out of it, personally.
Yeah. I think posing is something he can work on too, just because his physique's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Tom, how's prep going? Are you back into the swing of things now? You back home?
No, I'm fucking bedbound. I'm fucked.
Are you that
Like,
bad, eh?
I don't even know what it is. I don't know if it's COVID, but I can I can barely leave the house. I'm getting out in the morning for some steps, and then I'm just coming home, working and eating my meals, and then going to bed.
She
So yeah, full rest this week. I'm 13 weeks out, so we're not in a rush.
no.
I could be ready in 10 if I needed to be, but it's just good to have a week and a bit
Yeah.
to just cruise in. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to book my flights for Oklahoma and just do those first two shows and then figure the rest out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
but
exciting, man.
it is. You know when you're so sick though that like you're like, oh fuck, when am I going to feel normal again? Like that's how fucking shit the last few days have been. I'm like, at this rate, I'll be lucky to train like early next week. I feel fucking horrendous.
Are you really feeling that bad?
Yeah, it's been cooked.
It's
But
always a case when like one part of your nose is blocked. You're like, man, I just took that part of my nostril for granted. I wish I appreciated it when I had it.
I've
Jayke,
gone through like 2 packets of pseudoephedrine over the last few days.
Jayke, how's the cut going?
Pretty good. We're
Yeah.
like 3 kilos down the first week.
Yeah.
Slightly more aesthetic by the week. Getting more shredded every week.
Are you kind of feeling back into swinging things again? You kind of enjoying everything a little bit more again?
Yeah, feeling much better about everything. Just need to get back on plan and get moving again.
Yeah. Yeah. Tyler, you starting getting huge this week?
Yeah, week one of the off season, so I'm already getting massive, to be honest.
Are you hungry?
I actually am hungry this week. It's been good.
Are
I don't know what's happened, but my
you
appetite's
hungry?
really ramped up since
Are you
Japan.
hungry? Are you hungry mentally as well to get absolutely fucking massive?
Absolutely. 140 and beyond. Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
It's gonna be
What was the
fucked.
peak? What was the peak last off season?
135.
Oh, bro,
That
150.
felt
150
terrible, but yeah, I think I'll get 140 pretty easy here in a lot better condition, of course.
What are you
It's
now?
interesting though, like what am I now?
Yeah.
I'm like hovering between 126 and 127.
Yeah, he's gonna hit it in the next few weeks.
Yeah, and that's after like 2 weeks of Japan, no supplements, no tracking or anything like that. But it's actually an interesting thing to talk about. Andrew sent me through my training program, and man, it's like very different
Yeah.
to anything I've done
So we had
before.
those
Oh,
DC
yeah.
stretches in there.
Yeah. I'm so apprehensive. I messaged him. I was like, man, I'm so apprehensive about this entire change to my training style. So he's got me essentially with like a DC training program.
Mm.
So it's very low volume. Like I'm talking 5 exercises, one working set, an exercise. But that working set is like a rest pause or a widowmaker, or that's really a rest pause, widowmaker, and one other that I'm forgetting, and sometimes a straight set. But for the most part, it has got some sort of intensity technique attached to it. And then a lot of those extreme stretches that you saw me do on my story as well, like after a set and stuff like that. So it's super different. I can't lie, I'm nervous about it. Obviously, you get so comfortable doing how your own style. This is a complete shift, but it's one of those things where it's like, fuck it, do it live, try it.
He is loving those lengthened stretches and that sort of stuff, like loaded stretching.
Yeah, yeah. And it felt good. My hamstrings are fucked today, but obviously it's more so the case that I haven't done something like that before, so naturally going to pull up really sore. But yeah, so nervous but excited to see how that goes. I do like the lower volume though. Like I actually don't mind doing one working set, like building up to one working set, doing it, and then moving on. Like I feel I'm fucked by the end of my sessions, but the opportunity to recover and progress is pretty high. So it'll be interesting to see how it fares. I can tell it's going to get really hard. Obviously, when you get your hands on a training program the first week, and a lot of it's just sort of figuring it out,
Yeah.
what your strength is within the rep ranges and stuff like that. But I can tell these widow makers in the next like 4 to 5 weeks are going to be fucked, to be honest. So I'm very curious to see how that's going to be like.
You'll get pretty fucking strong.
Fuck
Yeah.
That's the goal. That's what he wants. He wants to get really strong.
yeah.
That's fucked. That's exciting though, because I feel like you have to. It's probably gonna feel like there's like so much pressure, but like in a good way. To like, you've got one set, you've got to fucking nail it. You know what I mean? Like you don't get a redo.
Like I said, like it is. Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's fun. Like I'm nervous about it, but I'm also excited. I'm walking to the gym like this is totally new sort of thing. And I think that's important. I think I don't want to like go through my whole career and not try different styles. Like I started off doing a bro split, and then I went to push pull legs, and I've tried some higher volume training and some lower volume, but nothing like this. So it's
Yeah.
one of those things where it's just see how it goes, and if it doesn't work and I don't
Yeah.
like it, I don't think Andrew's going to crucify me for being like, "No, this isn't gelling with me," but I'd rather try it and find out rather than just immediately throw it to the wayside. Because I feel like people are so dogmatic in their approach, they very much get married to their style or thinking that it's the best way to go about things. But I think, truth be told, like we look at all the people that have come before us and it all works.
Yeah.
The one thing that's consistent amongst everyone is just the effort that they put into it. It's going to work one way or another.
Yeah.
I reckon you might like it, but that's the thing. I think if you can learn to like it, it'll probably be like you'll respond to it, right?
Yeah.
But if like 4 weeks down the track you're fucking hating it, then you're not going to respond.
No.
So
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So that's been a big change,
Like,
but outside of that, business as usual.
Are you still planning on competing end of next year?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's exciting.
yeah, so you
Yeah,
and
season
Jayke
two.
in the same season then.
Yeah.
I know that's what we were saying the other day, which I'm looking
Are you
forward
gonna
to.
do, are you gonna do
Working with
classic
Jake.
again, Tyler?
What else would I do?
Well, you could do open and classic. I don't know.
Mate, I'd be super heavy.
What about
Think
what if
about
you
that for a
just what
minute.
if you just said even huger? Like you might as well.
I'd have to, mate, don't get me wrong. I would love to be an open bodybuilder. I'd love to, but I'd have to be like 140 on stage.
yeah.
That's
You know what? I just think your physique would look better with bodybuilding trunks on as well.
You think so?
Yeah, because it would because you obviously got longer limbs. I just think it would create like a slightly more streamlined look.
Mm. I mean, it didn't help at the state show. They didn't have my trunks pulled up as high as what I should have.
Yeah,
I definitely rectified that at the nationals.
Yeah.
But I can kind of see a point. But it's just, I would look so skinny as a super. Think about me standing next to Jake or fucking David Fidel or like I would look literally like a
Anybody would
stick
look like a
insect.
stick.
It's quite a comparison.
But
Oh,
that's he's a super heavy, you know. So I'm gonna and I'm not saying if I was to outgrow my weight cap, I'm not the kind of guy that's gonna stay in classic because
Yeah.
that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I would go up to the open because that's if I could look like Jamie Joe Howe in the open, I would take it in a heartbeat.
Hey, you'd be fucking winning a pro card if you would look like Jamie Durrell, that's for sure.
That's the goal. That's the goal is to look like Jamie or something similar.
Are
Next.
you sorry, Tom, go
Oh no, you stay on this topic. I'll come in after.
Are you planning on you want to do Vegas next year as well, hey? Or Japan or something like that?
Probably, I don't know. It depends what dates they line up. Probably Vegas, just because of vibes.
Yeah.
And from what I gathered, the Japan show wasn't the best.
Yeah.
Just like spectating and even just doing it. But it depends on the dates. Like obviously, if it was similar to how it's going to go this season with just a very short turnaround, it'd be one or the other. I would honestly rather do nationals than Vegas and probably wait and do Japan.
Yeah, okay. What were you going to say, Tom?
I was just going to say next week on the podcast we should discuss nationals.
Yeah, I want to because there's obviously a few names that have thrown themselves in the hat a little bit there as well. So we can go over that.
Who's that? Who's jumped in?
Get Cam with us.
Yeah, so that's a recent announcement, is it, hey?
Yeah.
Man, that dude, he's gotten big. He's made a lot of progress. He's looking very, very large at the moment. That's it. So here's another. That's a super heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No chance.
Alrighty, fellas. Love
Good
you,
stuff.
leave it. Good pog.
See you on the
It's
next
a wrap.
one.
See you later on.